Fashion trends are dead. Long live the fashion trends! Hi everyone, my name is Aurora and welcome to this video. Today I want to talk to you about fashion trends. Were fashion trends ever really a thing? What are fashion trends now and what we should do with our fashion choices going forward in 2021 and beyond. So if you're interested to find out more, please keep watching, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're here so you don't miss out on other fashion related content that I upload semi-frequently here on YouTube. Now 2020 was a year and during that year we were all stuck in home. We were mostly wearing pajamas and sweatpants and things like that. And you could see everywhere phrases like fashion is dead, fashion trends are dying, fashion industry is on its knees, what are we going to do with this? But then people started to ask questions such as, are we finally free from fashion trends? Can we finally dress up as we want to dress up and in a way that's actually soothing and fun for us personally and not for someone in the headquarters of fashion industry who is dictating the trends for that upcoming year. I found this discourse to be very fascinating and I was following it closely as it unfolded in 2020 and now in 2021. I believe that the fashion in a personal sense, not dictated by others, is actually a future. I think it's actually very organic for all of us to just buy and wear things that we love, that make us happy, and that are suited for us. However, from those same people and same institutions that say that trends are dead and that we should all embrace our own personal style and things like that, I'm still seeing things like, oh, here are 5 types of boots that you need in 2021, or this is the it dress of the season, or what color should you pick for a spring collection in 2021? And I know that they are just trying to sell more clothes, and I know that fashion industry as itself has its own practices and marketing strategies and things like that that have worked very well for them in the last, 100 or so years. But I think that we as a consumer have to take a step back from it and say, okay, I see that you're still trying to sell me stuff, but I know what I want, I know when I want to get it, and I'm just not gonna be persuaded by your cheap marketing attempts. This whole thing with someone else forecasting trends instead of it being a posteriori defined, it's just absurd to me. I am, after all, a sociology major, and that's not how we do it. There are things that are trends because people do them in some specific period of time more frequently than in others. So a brand or a store doesn't have power over what is trending or not, but the customer himself or herself. Yes, the brand and the store have the power over what are they going to sell and by what price. And in that way, they can actually manipulate things that you are wishing to buy, because on one hand, you have very expensive things that will bring you prestige, and you're just intrigued by them and you want to own them so you feel more worthy as yourself. And then on the other side, you have very cheap fast fashion items that are so cheap that you just can't resist. Well, who cares if this trend is just fleeing after this season when I spent, I don't know, a few bucks on it and I can just throw it away after that period when it's not trending anymore and I won't feel guilty about it. Well, you should, definitely, because that way of buying and spending is not sustainable either for your wallet or for your mental health or for your wardrobe or for the environment in which we all live in. However, I myself am someone who loves fashion and who has always went through the magazines and watched fashion weeks and who went on fashion weeks myself, and I love watching fashion. I love analyzing it and I love getting inspiration from it. But I'm not gonna buy something just because it's trending. I'm gonna be happy because something that I like is trending enough that I can actually find it easily in affordable stores. And the best example for me are Victorian dresses and boots, because I love that style forever. Even in my middle school and high school, when history and fashion bloggers weren't even a thing, and I was always thinking like, wow, I wish I could dress like that. But why don't brands produce things like this? And then when they actually started producing them, I was super thrilled about it and I went to buy them. I didn't buy them because they were trending at that specific time. I bought them because I was looking for something like that for years and years before that. And I think that's the main principle here. Your style, your personality shouldn't be dictated by the pressure of the society around you. Yes, we are all conformists and we want to fit in with our surrounding. We don't want to be the sore thumb that is just peeking out, but that doesn't mean that we have to tone down our personal beliefs, our personal style and taste just to be like others, because you won't be happy that way. I realized that a long time ago when I was in high school, when I got bullied for wearing second-hand clothes and hand-me-downs. I love those pieces and I still own them because they mean a lot to me, not just aesthetically but sentimentally, and it took me a while to realize that I wear those clothes for me, not for others, and that I don't actually care what other people think. I am free to wear whatever I want, if it suits me and if I feel happy in it, and if it's affordable to me. I don't have to explain my fashion taste to anyone. I don't have to obey someone else's fashion rules, and I don't have to follow fashion trends if I don't want to. I can, but I don't have to. So whenever I talk about fashion trends on my channel, I'm definitely gonna tell you if those fashion trends are something that I'm seeing somewhere else, or on fashion weeks, on influencers or stuff like that, or if those fashion trends are my personal fashion trends, in the sense that I want to wear or I'm wearing more of some items in my wardrobe than the others. And please don't get me wrong, if you're someone who loves following trends, who loves to change their style every season according to forecasts and fashion weeks and street style, you do you. If that's what makes you happy, you have a full right to do it. I myself won't do it because that's not who I am. I've always watched fashion weeks, but I always looked for those pieces that I already own, or those pieces that are quite similar to the pieces that I already own, so that I can style them in. It was never about the literal pieces or literal styles, cuts or colors or things like that. It was mostly how something that I've seen on the runway is making me feel inside, how I want to be feeling when I wear something like that. If I see a woman who looks super powerful in a I don't know what, I will think about, okay, yes, she looks amazing, she's super beautiful, and she's strong, and she looks very independent. I was always thinking, well, how can I channel that energy that she's having, that vibe that she's feeling when she's wearing those clothes? My question was never, how can I get that exact item? Because I think that clothes have a power over how we feel, whether we like it or not. Sometimes you just feel more powerful or beautiful if you dress up, and sometimes you feel more free and relaxed when you don't dress up. It's all up to you. So yeah, you won't hear from me a lot of fashion reports in the traditional sense, oh, I've seen this and this on runways, so we all must go out and buy those things. You will hear from me about fashion trends on runways that I know that we can pull from our already existing clothes, and things that are that seem timeless, sustainable, or just practical. Although most of the runway clothes isn't that, but you know what I mean. Anyway, sorry for this rant, I just felt like throwing it out of myself because I think that it's a fascinating time that we live in, and we have an opportunity to observe that shift that is happening in the fashion industry and in the consumer universe as itself, when on one hand you have that sustainability pull and on the other hand you have that fast fashion pull. I think that by the rule of capitalism we all have a right to choose what we want to do, wear or buy, and not do use or buy something that was dictated to us, because that seems like another social system that we just don't talk about. If you have a capitalist brand that is forcing you to buy something, and if all of the brands are selling the same thing, it's not actually capitalism, because capitalism dictates free will and free choice. It's actually something else, a monopoly, and we don't like those. Of course, I don't see nothing bad if you want to look a certain way, if you want to obey certain laws of fashion, and if you want to follow certain fashion trends. It's easier for you that way, if you feel confident that way, and if it makes you feel fun and you have money for it, go for it. But then please have decency to sustainably care for those clothing after you discard them, after that season or two, when you get tired of them. Anyway, that will be all in this video rant that I just made. I just needed to throw it out of myself because I couldn't stop thinking about it. It just drives me crazy. I think that we all just need a reminder that we have full control over our lives, over our fashion style, and over most of our life choices, as long as they don't, of course, harm others. So keep that in mind next time when you go shopping. Don't go through the list of things that are trending on Pinterest or on Instagram or in a fashion report of Fashion Week or something like that. Go to the store and see what actually speaks to you. You won't be spending as much, and you will be more happy with the clothes that you actually own, which will make you wear most of the clothes that you actually own without just having 70% of it just hanging in the closet while you wear 30% that are actually in trend right now. Also, thank you for all of your support. We have just hit 3,300 overall views on my channel, which is amazing. I'm super blown away. So hit that subscribe button. And I will see you some other time. Bye!